Okay, so this one says, which statement is true about this function? Well, let's look at the graph. Graphs can tell us a lot because as I look at the multiple choice, it talks about end behavior, domain, the y-intercept, the function is increasing. Well, let me just graph it. I already know the answer, but let me show you how I know the answer. I know the answer because I can see the graph in my head. Humble brag there. Well, it's a fraction, right? So when you have a fraction, it will decrease and approach a horizontal asymptote. What that means is this 1/5 raised to the second power will be 1 over 25 minus 2. Raised to the third power, this will be 1 over 125. Raised to the fourth power, it'll be 1 over 1 over 625. So what happens is this starts to approach 0. It gets really, really small quickly, and then it's almost like 0 plus -2. So this is going to have a horizontal asymptote at -2. So it's going to approach -2. But let's look at the graph. Oh, now I got to go back and do the zoom fit. It's going to take forever. There we go. Zoom standard, that's option number 6. And like I said, as you could see here, it starts off really, really big and then gets really, really small, and then it approaches -2, right? So this is -2. So let me take a screenshot and include it in the notes. And so let's jot that down. So as x approaches, and this arrow sign means approaches. As the x approaches positive infinity, f of x approaches -2, which I saw as option number A. It says as x increases, the value of f of x moves towards a constant. So that's true. Now the domain of this thing is really all real numbers, so that's not true. The function has a y-intercept at 0, -2. No, not quite yet. And the function is definitely decreasing over time. In fact, it levels out. It decreases at first and then levels out. But technically, it's still decreasing across the entire domain. So A is the answer.